Hi. Oh, they heard you first. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to EVENFALL here in Arcane Arcade. Once again, Colton is not here. So it's your boy running the stream, failing at everything. You know how it be. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sitting in and listening to us play D&D. I haven't said that in a while. I used to say it all the time in our in-person streams. This is like this is our weekly Friday D&D game, or bi-weekly Friday D&D game, and we put up some cameras and accidentally pushed start, and that's what happened.
I'm gonna have to cut in. Grace crashed just now.
No, Grace is just really good at holding still.
Well, she sent an angry face into our group chat, so I think she might be it.
Maybe she's just keeping it all in and harboring those angry thoughts on the inside, so we don't.
Could we maybe fix this?
Okay, all right. Oh wait, hi guys, I'm still here. We're back. Hello.
Hopefully.
So sorry.
Everything is fixed now, and nothing will go wrong ever again.
If it
So
does,
says
you can
the
just
confident,
delete me from
foolish
the
man.
game.
Yeah. I guess that was the powers that be saying, Balin's gonna die tonight, even though I don't really have anything deadly prepared for tonight's
This
game.
falls
Hey,
off.
do you know what? High blood pressure strikes, and
It's all the
that would
stress.
be a heck of a warning to all of our watchers.
It's just all the stress.
Yeah, no,
I
he's so
wanna
stressed
play-
out.
I want to
It's
play
deadly.
in a game. I want to do that with whatever next character that I make and play. I'm gonna roll a d20 every day, and if I ever roll a 1, they die in their sleep, just from blood or heart related.
Or what if
problems.
So Baron.
What if the character gets cancer and you have to roll a d6 and then they survive that many sessions? And
There
then
you go.
they
Yeah, you know you're gonna die eventually. But it's like, it doesn't happen with D&D characters. They always die like in combat, or they leave, or something happens. Do you imagine the shock of an adventuring party just being like, he just died in his sleep? Yep.
You need what you need to do is you play an old man like named Pappy who's just like, yeah, I'm back in the adventuring game. And so when like they die in their sleep, at least it makes sense.
That's actually what we're doing with apnea.
Yeah.
That's right. Craig's character is like,
Yeah.
we think he's dead every 5 seconds because he's so old.
Yeah.
We're constantly
but-
checking for his heart to, just like his chest moving. We're just
Yeah.
like,
So, big shout out to our patrons over on Patreon who are donating money. I had those definitely ready, totally not loading them right now as we speak.
I gave you like 15 extra minutes.
I know, right?
Yeah,
We
I
also have a
forgot.
couple of super chats. We have Little Onion, who gave €3.
Thanks, Little
And
Onion.
Also had
Little Onion.
Dre K, who gave $20 and said, hope this helps with the show. You guys are great.
Thank you
Aw.
so much, guys. Really appreciate it.
That
It
feels,
does
that
help.
feels,
It was you guys have like fully funded our new setup, which is gonna look slick. Returning
It's
back on hang on.
Coming soon, TM.
Pretty sick nasty.
May 21st. I know we said a different date last time, but now it is a different date now. Avnia in person, game 1, May 21st. Mark it on your
Yeah.
calendars.
Potentially
That
subject
happened.
to change.
It could be
Always subject to change.
if
Always subject to
everything
change, but-
explodes
Explodes.
simultaneously.
Our house burns down.
That would also, that would suck. as
Knock
well.
on wood.
Yeah.
It falls down because of an earthquake, maybe?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Plane crashes right through it.
Plane crashes. Yeah, there we go.
That would do it. Yeah, that would do it.
Yep.
All right. Anyways, big shout out to Dub Mill, Digged In, Soft.
soft.
I can't say this name.
Yeah, you can.
Big Buff. It's
Why
not
is that?
funny. It's just funny to me. Big Buff, Melody Olvera, Res Storm. It's more like Mama Love and Papa Joy, Michael, Jaren, Cal the God, Worcestershire Sauce, Six Salmon in a Salmon Cask, Pimp into Hood, Micah God of Puns, Addison Henning, Teutonic Knight, Will Pratt, possibly related to Chris Pratt, Penguin Culture, Adam Halleck, Death to Fire, Angriest Bird God, Mimi H, Notorious Thief's Rejected Tub Full of Seamen, Unsolved Homicide, Cade the Autismo, Josh Travis, Shryquill, King Firehammer, that's just Colton, who I'm pretty sure wanted to rename his Patreon name to something like something stupid, but it still hasn't worked
Something
yet.
super long.
Yeah. Arthur Sulza, Muriel Stahl, and Laird Olive. So thank you guys so much. Also want to give a shout out to, what's that? A sound I hear? Oh, the delicious sound of a can of G Fuel opening right at my lips. Nemesis tea flavor. It's delicious.
What if you just said it didn't taste good? Like you took a sip and you're like, it
It's
tastes
like,
delicious, and you're just like, you can't even say that.
No,
It's
Grace,
awful.
all the flavors of G Fuel are great. None of them taste bad. None of them.
Okay, for real though, Nemesis tea in a can is really good. It's not as carbonated as the other one, so it tastes like tea. So it's not as like in your face as some other energy drinks, which are just like, can you taste the amount of awful chemicals that you're drinking? G Fuel is actually pretty damn good, and the Nemesis tea flavor is really nice. So go check it out with code Fireball to get yourself some, because if you use code Fireball, then you help us out.
Say it's comparable to like a soft oolong tea. Are we talking
I think it's more of a green tea.
like a gunpowder tea? I mean,
so I would like to
matcha,
say it almost has the
green
high
tea.
notes of a chamomile, and the lower kind of the back of your tongue, you can taste
earthy
that
notes of an
jasmine,
Earl Grey.
and the earthy notes of a black tea that has been sugared.
Mm.
Yes.
Like with like a soft white peony tea.
I just want to see how many teas you can list off. That's it.
Let's not do this.
Okay, all right. That was the tea bit.
He's channeling his old character.
Yeah.
Channeling Ramona Flowers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Constant comment.
Yeah. All right. So why don't we get started, or not? Maybe we don't have to.
Mm.
Do whatever.
We can
All right. So.
goof off a little bit longer.
All right. So last we left off on Evenfall. You know what, Spencer? Go for it. What happened?
What did happen last game?
Good question.
We continued our search in the hole, in this dead kraken that we found. We fought some kraken spawn. I think that's what they were called. They were like little tentacly guys that had some sort of electric ability, and they crawled into the corpses of these dwarves we were looking for and used their bodies to attack us. I believe they also exploded, which seems to be a theme in this game for some reason. Dwarfs that explode. We
Undead
killed
dwarves that
all
explode.
Yeah.
dead dwarfs. Yes, sorry. We continued down this pathway. We saw some Triton and also some very scary spider underwater creature, but they're still humanoids. They're called Kraken Priests if you want to look them up. The Tritons came and found us when we were taking our short rest, explained to us that the Kraken Priests worship this gem of some sort that Kurt felled a pool to. We went down to look at it while sneaking past the Kraken Priests, while Kurt was busy touching it and getting a vision of Ereval Alisar, I think is his name. The Kraken Priests and these Tritons showed up. I think Phelan got a bad vibe from the Tritons. They ended up being nasty boys who were, I don't know what they're called, but they were monsters of some sort. We fought them. The Kraken Priests tried to help, but couldn't because they got stunned by these things. And then in the end, they explained that they would join us, and they told us their names, which are horribly hard to pronounce. So Kurt named them Clark and Ted, I think.
Kurt gave them honorable surface names.
Yes. And now Ted and Clark, the Kraken Priests, have joined us on Lamarcia's ship and have vowed to help us kill, potentially, Ereval, because this creation, this stone, is what killed their Kraken god?
Yep.
I don't know. But they worshipped the Kraken that was dead.
You guys had also taken aboard Ted and Clark, who are their new
Yes.
names, the two Kraken priests, and along with the dwarf as well, who is in the place.
Him, but
Who
yeah.
I have also forgotten the name of. Who's got his name?
Oh,
I wrote it down, but who can get to it
Urgle.
first?
Urgle?
Urgle is not.
Urgle is
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Urgle is on
Yes.
board as well. And you guys, we ended last game with you guys sailing off into the distance in the general direction of the Purple Company, sort of.
Yeah.
But regardless, the day ends, the night comes, and you all head to sleep. So go ahead, everybody, just make sure you're long rested.
So it's now the 26th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Phelan.
Oh, God.
Just kidding.
Not
Lelia.
mean.
Oh, no.
Wow.
You wake up,
I'm okay with this.
and when you wake up, it's still pretty early morning. You're in a cot, still trying to get used to sleeping in these. Your body is sore. As you kind of turn, you feel like your hand is numb, like you slept on it. And you try to move your fingers, and they slowly begin to kind of come into feeling. And you're gripping something in your hand. There's something in your palm.
Like, sit myself up on this cot.
Okay, yeah, you
And-
sit up. It kind of swings a bit. It's kind of hard to kind of stiffen yourself up.
Can I go look at what's in my hand?
It's the Talon.
Oh,
The Talon of Orcus, as it would so be named. The one that you had taken from Tetheros, the one that you've carried with you this entire journey, is laid pretty dormant in your backpack. Is now clutched in your hand.
oh shit. I'm going to toss on trying to toss on the ground. Just
You
get out of my
toss
hand.
it, and it doesn't leave your hand. You've let go all of your fingers on it. It stays in your palm.
I'm gonna look for Phelan.
Phelan's in the cot right next to you. Phelan, you awake to poking. You're being poked.
What?
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on either.
I woke up. This was out of my bag and in my hand, and now it's like stuck to me. I'm freaking out. Do you have any? You know more about undead stuff, kind of, or at least hunting stuff. Do you have any ideas? I need this off of me, please.
Phelan was woken out of a deep sleep and is processing
He's just like,
very slowly. Like, okay. Aren't you the undead person?
I am, but I don't know a lot.
I don't. He's gonna get up and just.
Can you just try and help me get this off my hand?
Are you sure? Are you sure we shouldn't get somebody else? I don't think I can do much.
Well, I don't trust anybody on the crew. I only trust
Oh.
the people in our group.
Kurt,
And
you are awoken to whispering. You can hear Phelan and Lelia. They're like, I don't trust anybody. I don't know what to do. Like, they're just like, you can just hear muffling. You haven't really heard the conversation. You just know they're speaking. Sorry, continue, Lelia.
and you're the person out of the group that I would trust the most.
Thanks. I feel like it's a really, really bad comparison. If you don't trust anybody else. Okay. Let's
I
just.
trust the most to be able, at least to be able to figure this out. Help me figure this out.
Okay. Kurt's the most magical one. Like literally magic. What?
Could you not try to just like cut it off.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Just like put your swords. Just
Swords.
I,
I want to go back to sleep.
You can see the sun rising.
I don't want to wake up this week either. God.
They said they have a surgeon, right?
I can't trust anybody here. They're pirates. You might want to just figure out what this is and take it.
I'm just...
Can you guys just grab it and just pull, please? Just try something.
He's just gonna...
So you grab it, Phelan? You touch it?
Yes.
Okay, nothing happens. You touch it.
Thank God.
All right? And you just pull on it. As you pull it, it's on there. But Lelia, you're pulling too, but you don't have to like roll strength checks or anything. You're just like pulling, and as it does, Lelia, it hurts. It feels like this glue like stuck to your hand, and it's ripping your skin. And as you kind of pull it upwards, the only thing the two of you see is like this connective tissue that is completely black, like a dark ichor of glue that is the only thing binding your hand to this thing. It's not your skin, it's not blood, it's not anything, it's something different. And it just snaps back into your hand. And you're just like, ow.
I feel it actually is like...
Is it like venom?
Yes, it's like venom.
God.
From the movie Venom.
No, I'm thinking of Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, that's a different
It's like
Venom.
trying to pull it off of him, and it's just, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do anything about that. That's like... I'm here, and whatever's happening is like...
Yeah, well, I guess I have this stuck in my hand now.
Are you sure you shouldn't, like, Kurt can't magic it?
We could ask them.
I'm pretty sure
But
they're
we know
awake.
if Kurt casts a spell on this thing, it's probably going to backfire, and the entire ship is going to go in the sky.
You hear the trapdoor to the lower decks kind of open up, and you hear a ding, 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 and you see Pace and look below decks, and he goes, "Breakfast! Wake up! Don't stay down here all day. We still need your help." Taps the top of it and goes,
Oh, I have just awoken from a deep slumber. What's everybody up? Oh, you guys having a slumber party over there?
No,
just stuff.
Anything?
Kurt, can you
Anything
over,
you need to?
Can you come over to the corner for a second, away from people?
Lelia, what are you gonna show me in this corner?
Lily has the talon. It's like
Okay.
stuck.
Oh.
Stuck.
Okay. Wait, what is stuck?
It's the talon.
A talon. Where is
talon.
it stuck?
I'm holding it up.
Lelia, my lord. Where is it stuck?
I'm showing you. It's like in my hand.
Oh, that's less exciting than I thought. No, it. Oof. Oh. Can I make an Arcana check?
"Yeah, sure."
I'll go ahead and take advantage. Give you the gift of.
Oh, no.
Where
Thank
else
you.
would it be stuck?
I like that gift.
Where else would it be stuck?
Lelia, don't
My
ask
head?
silly questions.
Unicorn Lelia.
15.
15. It's very strange. If Lelia didn't do this willingly, that means you're not expertly scholarly, Kurt. But
Right.
From connections that you know between magic and certain things that you know about magic, if the horn did this, perhaps it has a mind of its own.
It's
A horn. I keep calling it a horn. It's a talon.
And it's like a rod with a talon, or is it literally
No,
just a?
it's literally just like it's like a if you took like a dragon's claw, like it's like maybe this big, and it's like a curved
Okay, so it's just
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, and it's like
Okay.
it's made of like bone.
Okay, yeah, like a raptor's talon in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but it's not sharp. It's actually pretty rounded, and yeah, it's pretty rounded and dull. Can you make actually now that you're investigating? Can you roll a medicine check?
Oh,
Can everybody roll it except for Lamarcia because you're
boy.
not here? And
Marcia
Cardos also
could be
isn't here.
I'm eating breakfast.
Cardos
What am I
isn't here, by the
eating?
way. You are
She
eating
just-
breakfast. You're eating the
just looked
fish
around.
that Cardos caught.
yeah. Oh, I will.
14.
I don't
Yeah.
know shit.
Hang on. What's 1922?
22.
Pretty
Kurt,
much the highest I can get.
14.
14. And Lelia, what'd you get?
6.
Hey, Lelia, you're like,
I'm
Phelan,
freaking
Kurt?
out slightly.
As you guys look at it, you notice it isn't a talon. As you're trying to put like a shape to it, it's a tailbone. It isn't any sort of. It isn't any sort of like it's in the shape of a talon, but alone that's what it looks like. But as you examine it more, you see like the links that would lead to more like parts of like a spinal cord. It's the bottom of a spinal cord.
How sure, Lelia? How sure are you that is the talon of whatever terrible shit it is?
I took this off of Tethyros's body.
Ooh. Okay.
And that's
Well, because that it's kind of funny when you think about it. That's not a talon.
Okay.
It's like a tail. You know, if you look closely. So if it's not, what did you think that was?
I don't know. Something.
Insight?
Yeah, roll insight.
Roll
deception, Lelia.
I don't know what it
I don't
was. 10.
By the way, this is just a general thing for for games going forward and now on. I don't think I've properly expressed this. Whenever anybody rolls an insight on another player character, I always have the player character roll deception because I don't want to give away whether or not if you're lying or if you do know something. So what'd you get, Kurt?
10.
What'd you get, Lelia?
18.
So, Kurt, yeah, Lelia seems genuinely confused.
So did I know what it was when I made my Arcana check? If it's not what?
So sure. At this point, putting together the talon and then the fact that it's a tailbone and then thinking about items that look like this. Phelan, can you also roll Arcana? Lelia, don't roll.
Very
I don't
reluctantly.
know shit.
Is it in any way related to, come on, there's my stats. Devils or demons?
Yes.
Fantastic. Yay. I don't want to make this. I actually really am reluctant to want to succeed on this roll. I'm really glad I got an 8.
An 8. All
Yes,
right.
an 8.
So,
I rolled
Phelan,
a
you're like, this is very strange. Heard you of her tales, stories, myths, maybe legends
Tales?
of an yeah.
Game's over, guys.
And that's where I ending tonight's stream.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
He's still
You've heard
disturbed by the whole
stories,
tailbone.
legends, myths, tales, perhaps, of an ancient evil. There are many artifacts in this world. There are many rings in this world, Bobo Baggins. But there are many like ancient artifacts that exist in the world of Core. Some of them hold a lot of myth and story behind them. And one of them, which you recognize from this piece, is the fabled Wand of Orcus. And Orcus is a demon lord of undead, resides in the abyss. And he wields a wand in his hand. This which is a skull and spine of a long dead hero who once wanted to destroy Orcus. His identity is unknown, but Orcus wields it. But the wand, it's called the wand because in Orcus's enormous hands, it's so small. But it's the size of any normal person, and their skull and their spine. And that's the only and that's what you can relate to this thing. It's a tailbone. It's connected to a spine. Related to Orcus.
Connected to a spine, right? It's
Yeah,
just
or
a
it
tailbone
was.
now.
Yeah.
So, like, bottom half.
Well, okay, Lelia. Well, let me ask this leading question. What do you know about Orcus?
Connected to this thing. I know it's
Yeah,
supposed to deal with undead.
Anything specific or just Orcus bad?
Pretty much that. I know that this is... Orcus specifically, no. I know this is supposed to be very powerful and very dangerous in the wrong hands.
Yeah. Well, that is the wand of Orcus, and it is the tailbone of a failed adventurer who attempted to defeat Orcus and failed, obviously. That is not the whole thing, which is curious, because...
Steps come down into the lower deck.
Are you guys coming up?
Well, you see what
You can see them standing in a triangle. They all just turn at you. They're talking, and
Put my hand
it's
behind
just
my
like,
back.
Caught a bunch of fish. It's gonna get cold.
Phelan's
Lelia,
looking at
don't-
Lamarcia.
You don't eat, right? I mean, you don't.
No, I eat.
Oh, I thought you.
What
I
did
thought
she
you.
eat?
I eat.
Well, she's obviously dead.
I partake in eating.
Eat?
What about that is obvious?
Have you? Well, are you looking at her right now?
I am. Are you dead? You don't look very dead to me.
Pretty sure
quite
that was
pale.
what she told us, that she is dead.
Not quite something I would usually tell everybody.
Well, this isn't everybody. That's Philip's sister over there.
You feel
Yeah.
a grip on your hand, Lelia. A little
Oh.
wooden grip. You look down and see Stibbles Jr.
Stibbles Jr., don't shoot. Do not.
Yeah, don't touch this, please.
Do not.
Oh, he grabbed your other hand.
Okay. I was
He
gonna
just like
say.
held your hand. Yeah. He's not like, give it to me.
He's like, ooh, shiny.
Shoo, little buddy. Here. I think Kurt's gonna go down and try.
Fine.
You pick
Try
him
and-
up. Yeah.
You guys are the same size.
Yeah. You don't want any part of this, Stibbles Jr. That's no place
Part of what?
for a good tree. What?
Part of
Stibbles
what?
Jr.?
Morning prayers.
Um, why can't we just tell her?
Yeah, this is
We're
a
on her boat.
terrible start to a friendship if we're gonna go ahead and
Maybe partly because everything that we heard about her isn't always okay.
look,
If you-
Lamarcia,
Yes.
Lelia has the anal beads of Orcus stuck to
What?
her hand.
Uh,
It's a powerful
What-
evil artifact.
What's
and
that? I don't
Why?
even know what.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's no.
You sweet little thing.
Oh no!
It's
Jacob,
no
I
good.
assume I know who Orcus is. I'm just gonna assume I do.
Yeah.
You said it was a tailbone. I thought it was a.
I mean, it sort of looks like.
Can I see?
Oh,
Stibbles Jr. looks at it and goes, and then looks at Kurt. Stibbles Jr.?
No. Mm-mm.
Don't-
Nope.
what?
No.
And it's stuck?
Yeah.
Yes,
stuck to
painfully
that
so.
hand.
He points at his little tree butt and he goes, Stibbles Jr.
No,
Well, that's
I wouldn't
I
put it
mean,
there.
theoretically, yes, but you
What are you
shouldn't.
guys talking about?
Anal beads.
I don't know what those are.
Maybe we should keep it that way.
Probably a good idea.
Probably.
You sure you don't? I mean, you
Just
got one
please.
stuck to your hand.
Um,
Stuck
is-
to your hand. Cannot be removed.
Did you try pulling it off?
Yes.
What about cutting it off? A
I
little down
suggested
the
that, but
dagger down the hand.
But I suggest that, but after pulling it off, it really did not seem like that was a good idea anymore.
Lelia, it's
So-
about time you told us. Do you have any malicious machinations for the world?
No.
Did you grab that?
Lelia, be
Did you-
truthful with
did
us.
you
Are
take
you
that?
evil?
Yeah, you could tell us right now, and we would not be angry. That if you just put your hand on it, thinking it wouldn't be a problem, perhaps
Kurt.
you wanted to be adventurous.
Stibbles
Kurt.
Jr.
I told you my story back in Port Moran.
Mm-hmm.
That tells enough. No, I don't have any evil machinations. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing here.
Thub, 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 thub. You guys want breakfast? Oh,
Who's this?
Jason.
Payson dear, could you go get Irina?
Yep.
All
I
right.
need everybody on this.
What's
Kurt's gonna
going
kneel.
on?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Mhm.
Kurt's gonna kneel down to Stibbles Jr. Yes, Stibbles Jr. What do you need?
Stibbles Jr., Stibbles Jr., Stibbles Jr., Stibbles Jr., Stibbles Jr., Stibbles Jr.
Can Kurt make a
Roll
An
an
insight?
insight check.
We need to teach this boy how to speak.
You need to teach him like sign language. Give him little flashcards.
8?
8.
Get him the
You
thing
gather
like the dots
that
press.
he referred to himself and then to Lelia, and then something he would do something about it. You don't know what the something was.
Hmm.
And he just looks at you.
I have an idea. It's a terrible idea, but it's an idea.
Are you
What is
saying
this?
you can fix this, Stibbles Jr.?
Is that what he said?
Stibbles Jr.
Okay, no. It's a definite shake of the head.
It's just like, are you saying you can fix this, Stibbles Jr.? Stibbles Jr. Oh, no, never mind. Never mind.
Hmm.
So, what exactly is your idea? And how bad is it? On a
Please,
scale
very
of,
bad.
like 1 to 10. I don't really know a scale.
A 9? Maybe?
Well, okay, so obviously sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. What is the desperate measure?
Clearly, this thing is connecting to me. Once, literally,
Mhm.
it appeared in my hand this morning
Are you
on its own accord,
Uh-huh.
and the few times that something has happened before, I forget when, but I felt it.
Uh-huh.
have you attuned to it?
That is the thought.
Payson and Irina come down. I
Oh.
brought Irina.
I mean, do you have I was thinking this is Irina, she's our surgeon. I was
Spencer,
thinking
can you
she
do me a
could
favor and describe
Yes.
what Irina looks like? Thanks very much.
She is pretty petite. She has like freckly skin. She's a ginger, and she's wearing a long little brown coat that's stained and tattered.
She
And
human?
then she's a human. Yeah. Wait, let me make sure. She is a human. Yep.
Gotta check the
I
chart.
have a little list next to me. And she's probably got like a bag with various little instruments in it at her side.
She walks over and she says, "Okay, what's the problem?"
Well, this is Lelia. She has a
An evil pocket rocket stuck to her hand.
Yes.
Oh,
I was
What's a
wondering if
pocket
you
rocket?
could.
Is it
It doesn't
Payson's or is it
You
Lamarcia's?
don't know.
It's none of
What?
ours. She brought
Oh.
it with her. Yeah.
Oh.
Last.
I still don't know what that is.
It doesn't matter. But it's stuck to your hand.
It's a
very
magical
funny.
item.
She grabs
Yes.
grabs your wrist and she pulls it over towards her and she looks at it.
Oh, dear girl, don't touch it. And not just because it's kind of gross. It is actually legitimately evil.
Evil. Yeah.
Gloves?
I wouldn't put my hands on it.
Maybe
I don't
gloves.
know why Lelia did. It's very careless.
Maybe gloves?
Gloves. Go get your gloves. Do you have your gloves?
I have them. Puts on
Okay.
gloves.
She could try to cut it off. Not your hand, just maybe your skin of your palm.
Oh boy.
can try.
I need to look at
I-
it first. She looks at it. She kind of prods and she grabs like a metal tool and kind of pushes it here and there. And she looks at it. And she says, "This is not natural. I don't know what this is." She pulls out like a magnifying glass and she looks at it and she says, "It seems to be, for lack of a better term, secreting this fluid.
Gross.
It is. I can try to remove it, though. I don't want to make it angry."
I think. Okay. I think maybe that better if it has a mind of its own, and you say that. Might be better that I do try to attune to this. If I start trying to kill you guys, please kill me first.
No problem.
I'm gonna pull
Agreed.
a Philip here,
I'm
and
not sure
please
that I
just
like that.
kill me first.
Okay.
Mm-mm-hmm.
You guys know Philip?
Yes. No.
Stibbles Jr. Okay.
Marcia's gonna summon her gun to her side.
Oh my god! You'll please kill me first, Lamarcia. They kind of Payson and Irina kind of back up.
Yeah.
You grab onto it and clutch it, and you're gonna attune to it.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. Do you have it in your inventory as stats?
No, I do not.
I believe you can add it to your inventory.
Right
Let's
back.
see. Is it? Oh, there it is. Is it just the talent of Orcus?
Yep. And it's there you go.
Okay. Well,
Nothing happens as you attune to it. You just feel this connection kind of side with it. And then you feel it leave your fingers. You're now just holding it.
can I switch
Yeah,
it to the other hand?
pry it right off your hand.
Well, let me read through this first. Hold on.
Grace, because you missed it, Lelia attuned to the talon instead of having it cut off of her. And
Horrible decision. Good job. A plus problem solving.
but it did leave her hand.
Mhm.
10 out of 10 would not ever suggest that. Incredible. Jacob's just like, now change your alignment to a neutral evil.
That went better than I expected it to.
So, just let you know, Jordan Lelia attuned to the talon. It left her hand, and all seems well.
Great. Can you get? Okay, you can hear
Yeah,
me now, right?
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my box was not like highlighting as if it was making sound.
Very good.
Kurt comes down the stairs and has a plate full of fish and is just. What did I miss?
It left her hand.
So we didn't have to kill
No.
Lelia?
Yeah.
Is everything okay?
You're
Yeah.
not gonna-
So far, I don't feel any real different.
Did it change?
Are you
Did it become
sure?
like multicolored, or did it vibrate or flash?
Do I know
Lights.
everything that's in this thing? Jacob?
I'll say yeah. You have a vague sense of what it is. It's not like not like Lelia's reading this. So she can sort of like feel this about it.
Okay.
Like a third sense.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, a sixth sense.
Sixth sense.
No, that's not even how senses work. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce Willis died.
Oh,
What?
Oh,
Nothing.
he said Bruce Willis died.
Yeah.
He dies at the end of that movie. I thought he just meant in general.
I know.
I was
thought
literally
so.
going to look up Bruce Willis dead.
I know. I thought so too. That's why I said.
I was
oh.
talking about the movie Sixth Sense.
You can't just drop that on us and you know,
Yeah,
out
we're
of
all
context.
big fans.
Okay. So I am still me.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, bad things tend to say that. You know,
Stibbles Jr.
Yes.
we need to
Right.
teach you how to talk.
You can. I don't know how to prove that to you, but yes, I'm still me. I don't think anything has changed about me. There is something, a sentience in this thing. It doesn't feel very like a good thing, but I'm more in control of it than it's in control of me, I guess. It feels like, at least for now.
Lelia, how many more things of Orcus do you have?
I only have this.
Any more powerful items?
Only this.
I mean, as long as you don't go pick up the full set.
That's not my plan right now.
Power fit, you know.
Again,
As long as you don't get your Orcus drip on, we should be fine.
Hopefully.
And if
the
he starts
Raven Queen is
talking
fine.
to you in your head, you should probably tell all of us.
Yeah, that would be. Then maybe
Orcus?
you could untune to it
Yes.
as long as it's not in your hand, and we could throw it into the ocean
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah. So
All right.
far. That would be the plan.
I'll be upstairs.
I guess.
Anyone want some fish? It's good fish.
It's very good fish.
Thank you.
Who is
I didn't
that?
know you were here, Cardos.
Cardos, thump, thump, thump downstairs.
His were quiet.
Little dragon feet.
He didn't have his shoes on.
Yeah. Well, Marcia will send her gun back to its little pocket dimension and go upstairs.
All right, head upstairs. I'm going to assume the rest of you head out. It's a nice day today out in the middle of the ocean.
Eat our anxiety away.
Yeah, eat your anxiety away as you do so. And you guys see the crew is together, making putting together different types of plates of food, and also making the ship sail forward. It's nice. It's a breezy day, and as you guys kind of make your way out, you can see Dial, the human bard who sits aboard the ship. He kind of pulls over and he pulls out his lute.
Oh.
Kind of like so.
Oh,
Like this.
God.
Well, that's
Oh my
not
God.
loot.
And he kind of looks over towards everybody, and he looks over and he just says, "Here we go."
Write something.
Take heed and sing for the sea. May Umberly hear my plea. And remember these days, the crash of the waves. We live and die to be free. Hoist the sails and keep your grip. Alas, I cannot remember the trip. I'd hate to see you rot at the bottom of this old ship. Hoist the sails and keep your grip. Alas, I cannot remember the trip. I'd hate to see you rot at the bottom of this old ship. The sun falls even and bright. We sail through a pale night, an abyss beyond all of my sight. I cannot remember the warmth of the light. Hoist the sails and keep your grip. Alas, I cannot remember the trip. I'd hate to see you rot at the bottom of this old ship. And everybody
It's a little pitchy, but it's all right.
and he kind of turns and he says, "Yeah, I'm still working on a bit of that key there. To be honest, it was much better back at the wedding about 6 months ago." He kind of points over towards Lamarcia and Payson.
Thank you, Dial.
Newlyweds. I was married once. I didn't
You
take.
were?
Yeah,
Oh, how did that end?
surprisingly well. You know, I had to go, and he had to
Shame.
stay.
Is he dead?
No, he runs a as far as I know, he spent all of his money on a small omelet shop.
An omelet shop?
Omelet shop?
Yeah, that was his dream. To
To sell omelets.
yeah, a short order chef. He called it. He was very particular about that.
Was he
He was
a
very
farmer of
particular about that.
chickens? Or
So
did
you weren't,
he
cracked up for the situation?
No, just
just like
he just enjoyed-
Ah! That was Dial. He laughed that loud.
Christ, Dial?
That was funny. Cracked like an egg.
Regret ever saying anything.
Yeah, no, not a chicken farmer though. just a man who loved to cook an omelet. Have a good egg.
Just an odd fact to know about Kurt. Just like
How long have you been married, Lamarcia?
Months.
Months?
Months. 6 of them. Yes.
6? Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, it's about now when you'd probably start feeling that you'd have to go if you had to go. So, as long as that's not creeping in, you should be fine.
No. I don't think it will.
Sort of about a year.
it's just like, you could just divorce each other once you get, done.
You can.
That one friend who was like, "Oh, you guys are having a fight? Just get divorced."
I've known Payson for a very long time. I think if I would have grown bored of him, it would have been.
He pulls out a
long
fishbone.
ago.
Throws it overboard.
Oh,
So, I mean, it's not weird working together and working together. I mean, how does Payson feel, sort of, I don't know, married to the boss lady?
Payson, how do you feel being married to the boss lady?
Ooh, she asks. Payson.
Wouldn't want anything more.
There's your answer.
Insight that? Just
Hey, Phelan, roll insight with advantage.
No, I
Roll
don't.
insight
I
too?
don't want to.
Yeah, roll insight.
Phelan's
It's just like-
uncomfortable.
Phelan, it's sometimes insight comes and you don't ask for it.
That's
I rolled
true.
a 4.
Eating his fish and coming to conclusions that
Eating
he
his
does not.
fish, being sad.
It's a 17.
17. Okay, Lamarcia.
14.
14, Lamarcia. And what did you get, Lelia?
4.
4. What a nice guy.
Yeah.
Wow. I wish I could love someone that much. That's Lelia's thought process.
It's so cute.
Lamarcia, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you know. Hey Grace, I'm gonna message you.
Oh
No.
no!
No.
Secrets.
Secrets.
Okay.
The
He
secret
just finishes
information
saying,
of-
I wouldn't want anything more.
How long have you known each other?
Uh,
How long was
13
the courtship? I should say.
I've
Well,
known her for about 13 years.
That's not true.
I've known her for about
18, Jacob. For
18.
your memory. Yeah.
I knew of her for much longer.
Wait, you've known her for 18 years, but you knew of her for longer?
Oh, of
Yeah.
course.
Is this a half-elf thing?
But when you have a soulmate,
Oh, shush.
you can truly feel their presence. You see them in your dreams. I'm sure you know.
Forever the
I see
romantic.
lots of things in my dreams. I would not call any of them soulmates. Good times, yes. Fun. I might even use the L word. Soulmate, that's a...
Nathan just uncomfortably shoveling fish into his mouth. He doesn't want to be a part of this conversation, doesn't he?
Cardos looks at you like this and he goes,
Aw, praise. Any more questions?
Taking small bites.
Are you religious?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, like any pirate, worship Umberly. Bast. One of them.
Wait, you can do more than one god at a time? Doesn't one of them get jealous of the
You
other
can do
god?
anything. More than one at a time.
Well, I know that. It's just sort of like gods are sort of fickle. You know, they want all the attention.
Maybe Umberly.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The shrine.
Stibbles Jr., Stibbles Jr., Stibbles Jr., Stibbles Jr.
Yes, Stibbles Jr.
What did he
What?
say?
Well, he said his name
Well,
7
you seem
times.
to know what he means.
No, we don't, actually.
Insight. 12 insight.
He said he talked with confidence about something, and it had to relate to what you're just talking about. You don't know
He
what it
obviously
was.
worships Umberly.
Well,
Stibbles
perhaps.
Jr.
No, he's
No?
shaking his head. I don't know that he's talking about having had an orgy.
Is that what he means?
Well,
He's
what
just-
we're talking about enjoying more than one
He's
thing
just a
at
little
time.
lad, though.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying. It couldn't possibly be that. I've literally known him his whole life.
Yeah, I mean, it's only been like 4 days since.
You guys should stick around after this whole Purple Company thing. You're quite funny.
He grabs onto Kurt's arm and goes, Stibbles Jr., Stibbles Jr., Stibbles Jr.
You need to teach
What do
him
you
how
need to show me, Stibbles?
Stibbles Jr.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Stibbles
You're
Jr.,
obviously
Stibbles
some
Jr.,
sort of-
Stibbles Jr.
Well, yeah, you're Stibbles Jr. and I'm Kurt, and that's Lamarcia, and that
No.
is Lamarcia's wife.
boy toy.
And
Huh?
what?
Payson goes,
And then that's Lelia, and that's Phelan.
looks over at Phelan, he goes, Stibbles Jr.
Hmm. Well, close.
Good job.
Yeah. You've done well.
He said,
It's-
Stibbles Jr.
Pats on the head.
Should have some fish.
He looks at it, he takes it, he looks at it,
Don't eat that.
tosses it.
I don't think he eats meat. I'm assuming.
And then he goes over, he steps off a little stool, and he walks over to the edge of the ship. He looks up, he looks directly at the sun, and he goes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense. Okay.
This is important. How long is he just...
he does that for like 2 minutes.
He's just basking in the sun.
Just basks in the sun.
Like a little lizard.
And then he
Does he do
stops,
the little
and he
push-ups?
looks off the side of the ship, and he goes, Stibbles Jr.! Stibbles Jr.!
What does he point to?
He points off the ship.
I look in the direction he points.
Yeah.
There's a ship. There's another ship.
Mm. Another ship. What kind of ship?
Roll a perception check. Just another heads up. If I ever ask for a perception check, do not default to your passive.
Well, I rolled my passive.
That's-
14.
Well,
That's
good for you.
rude.
Yeah, well, sorry. You can't just roll
Rude.
23s on perception
24.
checks at all
24.
times, Phelan.
That's
Understandable.
I got a
What'd you get?
14.
14. Kind of deep crimson sails. On fire. The
there
ship is on fire.
Yeah. Is there anyone else? Any other ships nearby?
No.
That's
That
totally a
ship.
trap.
That shit.
It's currently on fire.
Yeah, everybody
go?
can now see the ship is on fire. It's
Wanna
not like
go?
in an inferno that's burning everything. You see like a couple small flames.
Could we,
Help?
Help.
or is this a prime opportunity to plunder that
No,
ship?
Kurt.
What would Umberly,
No.
the sea
I
bitch,
said that
do?
I would keep the pirating to a minimum while you're.
Well, you did say minimum, but we
Mm-hmm.
have not done any pirating at all yet. So,
Devil's
how
Jr.
can we
puts
know
on
what
the-
a minimum piracy is?
We could go over there and see what's going on.
I mean, maybe
Stibbles
they're
Jr.
all
puts on
dead.
the eye patch.
Maybe
And he
they
goes,
are.
Not.
Stibbles Jr.
We're not being pirates.
Yeah, see, even
Devil's
Stibbles
Jr.
Jr. is getting in on the pirate game.
We're not hurting people.
Well, they might be dead, Phelan, is what I said. And then if we have to steal their stuff, it's not stealing anymore. They're all dead. Dead people can't own anything.
Jacob, can I
That
tell-
would be piracy at that point?
Can I
What's
tell
that?
if there are
Dead.
people on board
There are.
running around?
And Cardos at this point kind of sits up from the table and he says, we should help them if they need help.
All right. The Marcy will start giving orders to people who know how to do things.
Right, the ship
over there.
begins to reel and turn, and the sails begin to shift and move, and the ship kind of leans off towards the port side and begins to take off through the water over towards the ship. And it isn't long until you guys are getting closer, and you can hear the echoing sounds of a bell ringing out from the ship, and you can see people kind of jumping up and waving up their hands. There's only like one dude, actually, who's jumping up and throwing up his hands. Everybody else on the ship seems rather calm, as they're just taking buckets of water, trying to put out the water as you guys get closer and closer towards the ship. And this guy who's like jumping up and down stops, and he looks down, and he looks back, and he looks over, and he starts to point, and you can hear him yelling. And as you get closer and closer, he yells, and you can hear him just yelling, "Pirates! Pirates! Pirates! There's pirates!"
Kurt
And then he
will
notices you
swing
can hear
up
him. Oh,
on a
okay.
rope on
Yep.
on the thing and says, "Yah! We're here to rob you." On the
Roll
high
intimidation.
side.
No,
Roll intimidation.
we thought our plan was to help these people.
19.
Kurt
19.
never follows the plan.
You swing down and say that, and you see this one dude who's in an enormous hat with a feather and long green and golden robes, a little rotund, huge mustache. He goes, "Oh! Oh!" And he turns and begins to run. And then you see this other guy turn him around and push him forward, and he says, "You're doing the negotiation. You're doing the negotiating, Owen." And he throws him forward, and he looks over and he hits the edge of the ship, and he looks up, and he just says, as the ship kind of pulls up real close and gets right next to it, he goes, "Please These pirates! I swear, I only have tea and an assorted amount of custom-made pipes!
Kurt's cast Minor Illusion, and smoke tendrils begin to waft out of their beard and hair.
Okay.
And Kurt says,
Kurt has become Blackbeard.
yeah, rainbow beard.
Yeah.
Ahoy, landlubber! Fear the mighty pale night and its denizens.
The Pale Knight!
Grim servants of the queen bitch of the sea. Her wrath is upon you now.
Kaylin is actually in the back, just like.
Or perhaps
Maybe it's just still eating fish.
Perhaps this wrath can be persuaded to leave you peacefully alone.
And he looks up. Really?
Look, you know who Umberly, the queen, the bitch of the sea is. She needs to be sated. Her hatred of all assholes and pieces of shit who sail on her sea.
Does she have a lot of ships?
There's one in front of you right now
No.
with capable hands.
I'm sure me and this Umberly can work out a deal.
Ted Clark.
Ted and Clark come upwards, their tentacle arms, and they kind of look down. And he goes, ah! And he turns around and he runs below deck. And you can see the rest of the ship, the crew, they are unfazed. They are just kind of looking around, just kind of watching. You can see there's a hobgoblin at the wheel who's just looking down. Kind of goes down the stairs, walks down.
They've been through shit.
Much taller, about 6.5 feet tall, and looks down, kind of deep red skin, kind of dark black hair, kind of up in a bun. And he looks down and he says, "He set the ship on fire."
Why would he do that?
I don't know. It's kind of a mystery right now.
Kurt, how close are we? Are we like...
You're like, yeah, you could just, if you jumped, you could be on the ship.
Kurt would just jump,
Oh,
but
no.
won't. Kurt is going to slash a rope and swing and do
roll an
like a little...
acrobatics check.
Yes!
Phelan has gone from like dismayed to like looking to Lamarcia, just
I
like you
know.
can't do anything.
I'm just gonna
You're
let the
just-
captain of the ship
8.
deal with
8.
Oh no.
Kurt flies through the air, scrapes on the ground a bit, rolls, and then rolls into the mast.
Ooh.
And the crew goes,
Pops up. So if that strange, befuddled little man is not the captain of this ship, who should we speak to?
that would be me, Thrash
Oh.
Alkindor. This is a
My
merchant
name?
ship, the Jade
Thrash?
Dragon.
The Jade Dragon.
Welcome
well,
aboard.
it looks like you've had an issue here with the fire. Do you need any assistance?
Kind of look around. The last crew member puts out a fire and he says, "No, some tea leaves caught aflame.
Tea leaves.
Transporting tea leaves and other things. They smell a lot. Are you here to pirate us for our tea leaves?"
No, I mostly just wanted to scare the shit out of that little man.
Oh, that was very funny. He's been kind of an asshole.
Oh, great. Well, good. My name's Kurt
Keep
Savory.
that up. That'd be great. Yeah, good to meet you,
Oh,
Kurt Savory.
well, shall we put on a show?
Are you the captain of the Pale Knight? I had heard many stories and tales of the Pale Knight.
No, I cannot claim that honor. That is my friend, Lamarcia, back over this way.
Good to meet you. He kind of stops and he kind of stares at you, Lamarcia, and is,
Hey, look, you don't know a fella. What's the name of that guy? Casimir Long. Do you know Casimir?
Do.
Long?
I know a Casimir Long, works out of the Ship Trading Guild in Kize. That's where we just shipped out from.
Okay.
We're on our way
You
to
don't know
Easton.
where he. You don't know where he's at?
Is it
Might
East
be in
Haven?
Kize.
Hmm.
Or at least somebody in Kize may know where he is. Pilots a ship.
Pilot's a ship. What's the
Yeah,
ship?
no captain,
called?
but he does pilot it. It's called the Ember Salamander.
Jacob?
Yep.
Marcy's going to ask Floriana if that's the same ship that she had mentioned a few days ago.
No. And he
Well-
kind of looks over and he says, well, I've never seen the Pale Knight up close, so I'm glad that we are not on fighting terms here. Unless you've, kind of looks over to Marcy, unless you've come to commandeer my crew and ship.
No.
Well, thank you for stopping by. Thud, 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 thud. You see the merchant kind of come upwards. He's got a bunch of barrels and casks that he's holding, and he's like, and they're like slipping and falling, and he kind of throws them on the ground, and he says, all right, I have brought you wares.
Don't move, little man! And grabs the hobgoblin and holds the dagger
he stoically goes along with it. He's just kind of like,
one wrong move.
"Ah!"
One wrong move, and I spill the guts of this fine hobgoblin all over this deck.
Thresh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to call upon pirates to our ship. I never meant to hurt anyone. No.
Minor illusion.
And he goes, and he's like, ah! Thrash falls to the ground. There's fake blood everywhere, but only within a 5-foot square of his neck for some reason. And he's just like, ah!
And Kurt advances. Now, you little thing, I want you to look deep inside your soul.
You're shorter than him, by the way, which is fine.
And I want you to ask yourself, wasn't this a funny joke?
Thrash stands up. I'm not dead. And he goes, What? What?
Yeah, no, he's not dead either.
I demand to know what is happening.
We just pretended to pirate your vessel. You've been punked.
Oh, the crew, like, ha 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 ha. And Thrash, and Owen's like,
What did he dump? He dumped a pile of stuff.
There's like 4 small boxes and 2 casks. And he goes, so you're not pirates?
No.
I mean,
No,
we
we
are
are.
pirates, yes.
Yes.
Ah!
We're just discerning pirates.
Oh. So. Oh. Are you perhaps here to buy some tea? Perhaps some pipe weed? Maybe
Kurt
fill in an
checks.
order for a custom pipe?
Kurt checks their bag of holding and says, actually, you know what? I am running low on pipe weed.
Oh, I have some polynic leaf.
Polynic leaf.
Yeah.
Is that good leaf?
That's not good leaf. It's like it's the equivalent to tobacco. And he says, I also have spices. Running low on those though. Do have a lot of salt. I have sage, cardamom, turmeric, chili. That's about all though.
What kind of tea do you have?
Pulls off a box, opens it, and he says, I have a lavender tea, and I also have, Jordan, give me a tea. You're really good at this.
A jasmine green tea.
A jasmine green. Yeah, jasmine green, named after the ship. He opens it.
Famously just gonna just point
2
to one
gold
at
for the
random.
jasmine and 1 gold for the lavender.
He's just gonna point at one at random. He doesn't even like tea. He just feels bad.
Oh! And he hands you the jasmine.
And
gold,
just gonna hand him the
please.
2 gold. Yeah.
The pirates trade. The crew doesn't give a shit. And he's just like, yes. Well, how have you know that tea is funded straight by House Yerwin and Kize? If you ever have a chance, stop by the Jade Dragon when you're in the city.
We'll buy some pipe weed.
All right, gives you some pipe weed. It is 5 silver.
Let's see here.
Your love of the halfling's leaf has slowed your mind. And then he kind of looks around and says, "Do any of you other awful nasty pirates? I mean, sailors, noble sailors want some fine goods?"
Marcia looks around. Anyone?
Kurt's gonna walk over to Stibbles Jr. and say, Stibbles Jr., I want you to look at that man over there. You see him? He's what we call an asshole. Can you say asshole? Stibbles Jr.?
Stibbles Jr.
Yeah, very close.
Mhm.
Asshole.
Stibbles
Asshole. Asshole.
Jr.
Asshole.
Junior.
Stibbles
Teach him
Jr.
that.
Asshole Junior, kind of. Say asshole Junior, Stibbles Jr.
Stibbles Jr.
See, we're halfway there. Success.
Are we done here?
You see, Phelan, I'm teaching the boy how to speak.
No, you're not, actually.
You know,
This is
you all did come to our rescue at a time of need, and I deeply appreciate, though it was the fact that I tried to smoke tea leaves on accident instead of these pipeweed, and I spread a fire aboard the ship. But nevertheless, you played a prank and maybe would have helped us. So anything I can do for you, I will do it. My name is Owen Fitzgerald, and I will do it.
Poor man doesn't know what he's brought upon himself.
Leave quickly before I change my mind about robbing you.
Okay, Thresh, set sail. Thresh looks down. All right, crew, let's go. He waves, and Owen is just like, and he goes over to the ship. They pull it on the sails, and they kind of go off into the wind, and head out. And like, goodbye.
Phelan's like holding the box of tea, just like, I don't even like tea.
Stibbles Jr. looks up and says, "What a Stibbles Jr."
And Kurt holds out
Did you
his
add
fist.
more? Good job.
Fist bump. There you go, Stibbles Jr.
Kithri, get us back on course.
They do
tea,
so,
I
and they
do
gather
a
back
little
on
bit.
course, so the ship spins into the right direction and heads off into the wind.
I just don't want to take it from him.
What'd you say, Lelia? Sorry, I just totally talked over you.
We would talk at the same time.
Yep.
I said to Phelan that if you don't like tea, I could take it. I just didn't want to take tea from the guy.
It's better. I don't like tea.
Okay.
If I have coffee, it has a ton of honey in it.
I'm used to
You put honey in your coffee?
had
What the
coffee?
fuck is
No, I
wrong
don't think
with
I've
you?
had coffee. I've had tea when I was a child, though.
Honey?
So
Honey.
wow, it's been a few
Coffee's
years.
too bitter,
Coffee.
but
Why do you
if you
drink
put
it?
honey
If you-
in the coffee, it tastes better.
Wait.
Right, but if you don't like the taste of coffee, then don't drink
Look,
coffee.
it's been a lot of long nights, and sometimes it's very hard to sleep when you're on hunt. So it's just better to just have
Payson
coffee.
says, "I
So
agree,
just-
Phelan. I like it sweet."
Smother your coffee in honey.
and coffee. Honey's easy to find.
You also like spicy food, Phelan?
I don't really care for it. I don't.
Why don't you care for it, Phelan? Why don't you like spicy food?
Not for everyone.
It's too hot. It's too hot for you.
Where are you from, Phelan?
Where am I from?
Yes, where are you from?
Alright.
Lelia, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh
Sorry,
god.
Constitution.
Oh.
Constitution.
Oh god.
Constitution?
Yep.
Oh,
I
gosh.
don't like this.
This Constitution's better. 11.
Lelia faints.
Ah,
Like, as you're asking that, Lamarcia and Phelan's about to talk, you guys watch as Lelia just...
Irina, you're needed.
kind of runs over and looks, ah, what happened?
Yeah, she fainted.
Shit. Why?
Phelan was under too much stress.
Why does anyone faint? Look over her.
She turns her over and kind of looks over her. She's not overheating at all. She isn't, oh no. She holds up her hand. Talon's stuck on her hand again. She, like, shakes it.
It's like a sticky hand.
The little gummy sticky hands.
Well, now it's all dirty.
Maybe attuning to it wasn't the solution.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need all of you who are here with me over there. And she kind of picks up, she says, can you grab her arms? And Kardos goes over and picks up Lelia's arms. And they walk over towards, I don't know, you have like a surgeon area?
I assume there's a space for
Sure.
Irina to
Door
work
opens,
on people.
puts her down on a table, looks over her, says, okay, what was she doing when this happened?
Standing, holding a box of tea.
Holding a box of tea? Takes
Yes.
a tea, she opens it. Could be something in the tea.
She didn't touch the tea, just the box.
Nothing in it. He looks at it around. Puts it down. And Lelia, you wake up.
Welcome back.
The tea knocked her out. Maybe you shouldn't have the tea.
is it still in my hand?
Yep.
I'm sorry. Maybe you should just.
Can I take it out?
It's hard, and it pulls off slowly. But then it comes off. And it drips with that dark ichor onto the ground.
Yeah, this is a bigger issue.
You should get that out.
I don't like this at all.
No.
Neither do I.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Did you feel anything before you passed out?
No. I was sitting there and then I'm here.
I hope we've learned a valuable lesson about stealing elder evil artifacts.
Oh,
What is that? Curd savory. Says Ted and Clark simultaneously.
What is what? The
Ancient evil artifacts. What have you learned?
well,
you're one to talk.
you see, Ted, our friend here took, with the best intentions, an artifact of Orcus, and now it is stuck. Well, it was stuck to her hand. It's a tailbone, and we'll be damned if we can't get rid of it.
Is such an item related to this Umberly you spoke of?
No, Umberly is the goddess of the sea.
I have never
Wrath.
heard of such a goddess.
You have never heard of such a goddess?
The last game, they espoused about how much they believed in Umberly. I have.
Did they
Yeah,
really?
I
Yeah.
thought they did. Pretty sure.
Never
when we-
mind, we totally love her. She's awesome.
Because
Like,
I was under the impression that Kurt was gonna start.
Past
like,
Jacob sometimes
studying-
doesn't sync up with current Jacob.
because I have Priest of Umberly, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
even
right.
call
Yeah. No. They say, "Ah, yes, Umberly, the great creator, created our mighty god."
okay.
I'm gonna try and stand up.
She crafted and gave birth to the animals of the water.
Phelan's
To a
like
mighty, mighty god.
hovering around Lelia, like very concerned.
And so
walk
Umberly
out.
was sort of like a mother god.
Yes, to Unthuli Igolin.
Kraken.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a shrine to her below deck.
They run downstairs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and leave the surgeon area and get to the top deck.
All right. Yeah. You. It's just right outside. You head out.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt's gonna go downstairs and check out the Umberly.
You go down, and you head down with Ted and Clark. And as you go down, they kind of go over towards the shrine. What's on this shrine, Lamarcia?
I assume that it's like in the wood of the deck. Maybe there's the like the parting waves, and then maybe like a little shelf for offerings, and there's probably shells and like sea glass and stuff. Maybe even sea glass to form the parting waves. Yeah.
They look over at it and they kind of put their slimy purple hands up on it and begin to kind of like down, and they say,
Yeah. It's like,
"Kurt,
Yes.
what commends you in this life?"
What commands me?
Yes.
Well, nothing currently. Just sort of.
Forever toiling waves. Storm, it always rages. There's a beauty in anger. Do you feel it?
I always thought there was beauty in anger. I mean, why would we feel anger in the first place? There wasn't any need for it. And you see, my magic, the magic inside me, sort of is sort of a chaotic tumult, much like the waves that bear this ship.
Yes. In order to properly worship Umberly, one must make a sacrifice.
And, well,
For
what
us,
is-
it was our memories. I was once like you before this, but human. Different. I lived a life beyond and far away from the seas. Or maybe I was a sailor. But I do not know. She took it away. That was her toll. And now I owe my life to her.
And what has she? Don't be offended by this. What has she given you for that toll?
Mighty
Jahai.
powers. Deep toil of the ocean courses through my veins. Crack of thunder. The chaos. The ocean wields itself in me. And you watch as he kind of puts his hand down, and a bit of the water that is kind of in the room, it's gonna like float upwards and into the air as he pulls his hand up. And then he kind of drops it, and it spatters around the room.
Yes, that is very cool. Have you ever talked directly to this Umberly?
Yes, anytime.
Would she talk? Would she talk to me?
Perhaps if you gave her a sacrifice.
Do you think she'd take a side in our fight with this evil son of a bitch who killed your Kraken god?
Yes.
And I would need to talk to her to prove loyalty.
You must.
Mm-hmm. And if I make a sacrifice right now, is she going to talk to me right now? Are we talking like a...
No, you will know in time. She will come to you. She will understand. Out here, on a ship in the middle of the ocean.
Right.
Will speak to you. You will know when the time is right. Or you may not. It may strike you like a stray bolt of lightning in the midst of a storm. Or it may churn within you like a whirlpool, till eventually cascading into the abyss. Whether or not, it will find you.
All right. Am I talking to Ted or Clark?
This is Ted. Clark is in the background going like this.
Ted. What kind of sacrifice are we talking here?
He steps back and he looks over and he says, however much you are willing to give to her, whatever you think is worthy, whatever you would consider be respectful enough for the entirety of the ocean. And we cut to Lelia on the top of the ship, on the deck of the ship. You're kind of staring off the starboard side. What are you doing?
Just standing at the railing. I don't know if anyone came with her, but
Phelan is very concerned. So he's just been kind of like hovering around her like a concerned mom, you know, child's first walking, and he's like, she's going to pass out again. She's going to hit her head. We don't need this again.
She kind of stares at the talon in her hand. And then she goes back and tries to throw it. Let's see what happens.
Try to throw it into the ocean?
Yeah.
Pull back and you toss it. And it leaves your hand for a moment. And you watch as it flies forward. And then you see tendrils spill out from the bottom of it. Black, inky tendrils that go forward. And you watch as they kind of move towards you, almost like stretching bits of liquid. They transform into a hand. The hand grabs onto your wrist and pulls itself back in and into your hand. Kind of knocks you back a bit. It kind of like almost whips back into yours.
She kind of just turns around, like drops to the ground, and just leans back against the railing. Just.
Kaylin, you're near Lelia?
Yeah, he's gonna kind of.
You both hear a voice echo out from the bottom of it. You swear it's in your minds, but you both hear it at the same time. You just hear this whisper that says, "We are one." And you recognize the voice as Kor's.
What's that? Was that Kor?
Yeah. Or at least her voice.
Why did that happen? Why?
I feel like I've mentioned. I know I mentioned it to Philip. At least I've been seeing Kor.
Mentioned what?
I've been seeing Kor once in a while. I haven't for a week or two. She comes up once in a while.
You didn't?
I feel like I thought you mentioned it in Port Moira. I don't remember. I definitely know I told Philip sometime. I think it was when we were still in Elfin Academy. It's core, but it's not.
You didn't tell us.
I thought I did.
You didn't.
Well, you know now. I don't know what to do about it.
Doesn't make it right.
A lot has happened the past couple of weeks, okay? A lot has been on my mind.
She was a friend. I would have.
Yes. She was. And I want her to not be talking to me. I want her to move on or come back. I don't care either way. I don't like seeing her like this. I've been trying to figure it out.
Just because there's a lot of things on your mind doesn't mean that you can't.
I told
look
Philip,
for-
and Philip never had the opportunity to tell either. A lot of stuff have happened in the past couple of weeks. I don't even know if it's real.
Seeing as I heard it.
It can, but it could also be the talent is corrupting. It's clearly not good. Did we think Core was evil like this?
No.
I don't trust it.
If you've been seeing Core for a while from this, and then now we've both heard her, I have a feeling she's connected to it. You should have... I get a lot of things have happened, but you should have... He's just gonna kind of get up, and he's obviously very upset about not being told that a friend's been talking to somebody, and he's just kind of just so frustrated. He's gonna get up and kind of just walk off.
Okay.
Leah doesn't move.
And I head off, Phelan. Make your way down below decks. Down to the brig. It's quiet. There's nobody down. Just kind of wait a moment. And you sit there for a while in silence. Until you, with your incredible perception, hear someone approach. It's the Mars.
Just so you know, I sent this.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
What do you want?
He's upset.
We lost a friend, and apparently Lelia was talking to her, and she never said. She never told us, and
I apologize for listening in on your conversation. She said she told my brother.
yes, she never told us.
I'm sorry.
She was my friend too. She was nice. She cared. She listened to me. I didn't. People. She shouldn't have died. And now to hear that she's stuck in something that's clearly evil and just no way to help her. I can't help Lelia. I shouldn't. I get that a lot of things have happened, and you don't. We've gone through a lot, LaMarcia. I'm sure you're picking that up. It's only been a couple months, but
I've gathered a few things, I think. You react very strangely to things. It's got my attention.
Like what?
Well, one that caught my eye yesterday was you had a very strong reaction to being called a slave.
Because I'm not one.
I know you're not.
No.
But out of everything that has been said to you that I've heard, that's the one thing that you've spoken out against. So I thought it might have struck something.
Because I was one.
You were?
I am not anymore.
And Kize.
How did you know that?
Because you seem to hate Kize more than anything.
It's not a good place.
Is that where you're from?
From Kinsova. I was 12 when I left. When I was taken, in a way, but nothing better could have happened. It's not a good place.
Who took you?
Well, my father, my brother, they rescued me. They took me. They saved me. We moved to we left Armgrim. That's where I've been ever since. Then I came here and...
Now you might be returning to the one place you never thought you'd go to again.
Yes. I don't think it's a wise place to go anyway.
You're right, it hasn't changed much.
That's reassuring. That's great.
But you're stronger now than you were when you were 12. I'm sure you can get through it. And I'm sure you can help your friend.
Thank you.
Getting a demon out of your head is tough business, but it's doable.
How did you do that?
Made a deal with him.
What kind of deal?
Well, the specifics I'd rather not get into, but he's my patron now. He gave me this. She'll point to the acid burn on her neck. I have one on my back.
I'm sorry.
They're gifts, he says.
My brother was the same way. He had a patron, and now it's not anymore. He wasn't marked like that.
Gratz wants other people to know what's his.
Oh. Don't have to be his. You're not property. You're not his. That's your person. You're Lamarcia.
I knew what I was getting into. You don't need to feel bad for me. Feel bad for what I was before him.
Would you have done anything different if you had the option? If you had a different way?
Maybe. There never was one.
I'd like to find a different way then. Maybe there's one now. There has to be some way. Thank you for talking to me.
You're welcome. You remind me of someone. And I don't know if I like it or not, but...
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Let me know if you need anything. But I can keep Kurt and Lelia up.
No.
Upstairs?
I should probably tell them to and apologize to Lilia. It wasn't fair.
Up to you. I'll be above deck. And she'll leave.
Okay. All right. You head up above deck. As Phelan, you're kind of left there as after your conversation. And that's where we're going to go on break. We'll be back soon, in a couple minutes. And in the meantime, you guys can check out the cool break card that totally didn't play earlier while Grace was gone.
Oops.
But here's some more of it. Yeah. I know I never get to say it. Thanks to everybody who makes fan art, by the way. It's really, really great.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. So
We love y'all.
yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah,
The
seriously.
memes give me life. I just want to say that. So all right, guys, we'll be back in like 15-ish minutes. We'll see you in a bit. Oh, hi.
Are we good?
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back.
You get a long
EVENFALL.
wave today. Look at it. So long.
Pencil.
Looks like a wave
Thanks
sometimes.
for tuning in, even though you guys were already here. I don't know what's going on. G Fuel. Delicious.
You start with welcome back. That's all you got to say,
Yeah.
man.
Welcome back.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to start off again with...
Well,
God.
actually, we had
Wonderwall.
we did actually have
Anyway.
Some Dave
$5.
Matthews.
We had $5 from Cal the God. Encore.
Encore with Wonderwall?
Yes.
Right.
I think we had something else, but I can't see it because I'm not on the Streamlabs, so I can't see it.
Yeah, Jacob, check Streamlabs because
I also don't know
think
if
that
Colton always
Layered-
knows when...
Layered
so-
Olive, I think, donated. They said that they were
Yes.
going to.
yeah, they said
Layered
that.
Olive has donated $30, dropping off donation this week because my birthday is next week. Here's hoping for Ted and Clark's ongoing survival to continue. Thanks so much, Layered Olive. Really appreciate it.
Happy birthday.
Little Onion out
Yeah.
here with 100 bits. Really appreciate that one. That was earlier.
That's
And
a lot of bits.
also, we got rated earlier, and with like a party of 9. Yeah, I don't fucking. We get rated, and I never see it. So, look, guys, I've only done this a million times.
You
There's like
are also-
over 100 Sunder episodes or something like that.
You
Yeah.
are also DMing and streaming. Like, you're.
Let's see Matthew Mercer do this, guys. He probably could. Anyways.
But he doesn't have to, which is why he doesn't.
Yeah. So last we left off, it's like a trade. It's like I take out some of my good DMing and intake the stream knowledge. All right. So last we left off, it's the middle of the game. You guys were talking. That's what happened. All right. We cut back to the ship, which is in the ocean, and Kurt,
It should.
what you doing?
Check the message.
Okay,
Ooh.
we'll do.
Great.
Kurt looks up to God. Check your DMs.
Yeah. Kurt, Kurt's gonna take out their flask
Okay.
of rotten berry wine.
Okay.
And it's gonna turn to Ted. Kurt's gonna say, Ted,
Yes.
I have invited you into my world. And from here, I need to enter your world. And I feel like I am not equipped to make a call. So what I'm going to do right now in front of you, Ted, is I'm going to drink this very potent hallucinogenic alcohol. And when I get to a point where I seem like I might fall down, Ted, I want you to make a sacrifice that you think will grant me an audience with this sea bitch.
Are you sure about this?
I mean, don't kill me, Ted. I've already done that once. It was awful.
Well, then what are you afraid of? And Kurt begins to guzzle down this berry juice. And it's pretty awful, to be honest. It tastes like wine, but without any of the good part, and you just replaced it with vinegar. That's what it tastes like. It's awful, it's bitter, it's also way too sour, and you feel it go down your gullet, and halfling body, it's much easier to get drunk. You just immediately kind of feel an immediate buzz, and then the floor is moving upwards. Also, the wood grain is spinning and turning into flowers Not real flowers, wood flowers in the floor. And you see hands, and you see the windows begin to shut. You feel yourself move, the wind pushing you. You're underground, there's no wind. Why am I underground? I was on a ship, surrounded caves, spiders. You pass out. Roll a d20, Kurt.
We really meant it when we said we were along for the ride.
Some of you are. One.
One?
One.
What Kurt's a halfling? Can they re-roll the one?
That's true! If you want to. Or you can leave it at the 1.
I don't know what I'm rolling
On a scale of 1 to 20,
Yeah.
how bad is a
Take
1?
the 1. Take the 1.
You turn back into a half elf. That's your sacrifice.
Do it.
You know, I feel like the halfling luck is sort of like an ability roll, and this is not that.
Exactly.
And you know what? I think in the spirit of Kurt, we're just gonna take that 1 and roll with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the L.
You open your eyes. Or should I say, eye. As you look up at Clark with strange depth perception.
Yeah.
As he clutches your eyeball in his hand.
God
You
damn
have
it,
an
Jacob.
awful headache. But you don't feel like death. It doesn't hurt. You just feel like this thing is missing from you. And you feel... It's strange. It's not like closing one eye. It's just you can only see through one. And there's dried blood, but the wound is healed. As Clark finishes casting this healing magic on you. And he takes the eye and he puts it in your hand. She will find you.
Yeah. Do I need to hold on to this? I mean, it's hers now.
You can do whatever you want with it. Throw it into the sea.
That's a good idea, Tid. That's
If you
a
make
good
one fucking pun right now, Grace, I will lose it. And as you look up, you see Ted, you see Clark, and on your left, you see Stibbles Jr. And he goes, Stibbles Jr. Takes off the eye patch and he gives it to you.
Aww.
Thanks, bud. I am gonna need it. You want to come throw my eyeball into the sea with me?
Stibbles Jr.
All right, let's go do it.
Run upstairs. Phelan, you finally, emotionally exhausted. You feel awful. You come up on deck.
He's ready
look
for a
around.
nap.
You're just like, all right, maybe I'll talk to Lelia. Maybe I'll running up the stairs. You see Kurt wearing an eye patch with Stibbles Jr. and they're over the edge with Ted and Clark. They all look really excited as Kurt does what?
Kurt says, "All right, you bitch. Come and talk to me."
Huh?
Kurt throws an eyeball into the ocean. Splashes. It's gone. I'll watch.
Please don't tell me that was an eyeball. Please tell me that was something
Kurt
fake. It was
turns
Stibbles
and their
Jr.
a pearl.
left eye is covered in a eye patch. It was. And now
He's actually doing this,
we wait.
and he's just like,
And a moment passes. A moment passes. And then you watch as Ted and Clark sit up straight. They both simultaneously bend down and look at you, Kurt. One of them grabs your chin, and the other one grabs your forehead. All of you can see this, by the way. And you just hear them both say at the same time, "A sacrifice has been made. And they both kind of stop and they go, look around, kind of look down and up.
Hey Ted, can I tell you something?
What just happened?
I think Umberly spoke through you just now.
Through me.
Mm-hmm. And Clark.
Holds
You
up a
too,
bloody
Clark.
knife. I am a prophet of the sea, bitch.
Yes,
The
it
crew
is that way.
actually goes, ah! And they go, who else wants to make a sacrifice? And the crew goes, nah.
Well, so the good news is that I will eventually have a meeting with someone you may have heard of, Umberly, and it is my intention to to beg her aid in the upcoming battle with the Purple Company. So, look, in just a handful of days, we've gotten Ted and Clark, and what, tomorrow, the sea bitch? I'm feeling really good about our chances.
Are you looking for a patron, Kurt?
Well, see, I already got magic, and that's great. And I am learning the ways of the blade.
We're gonna have to start over with that.
I mean, maybe when Umberly and I talk, maybe she'll make me an offer I can't refuse. I don't know. I'm here. I'm
Triple
easy.
classing. Oh my god.
What's the chart for triple classing?
You can triple class.
Boy.
What? Wait.
Oh god.
You can,
I'm interested.
technically.
I'll do it.
What are you going to go into? Cleric?
None of your business.
Fighter again.
Double fighter. She
Clark
will.
looks over at you and says, I think in time she will speak to you. No mighty goddess may come at a beckon of
Sure.
whim.
No, wait, right. She can't come on my time. This is absolutely.
But you have done the work.
What, Lamarcia? Are you a fan of Umberly? Are you an Umberly?
I wouldn't say we're close.
Dial says, unbeliever.
All right, Dial.
All right. Yeah, okay. All right.
I wouldn't say we're very close.
I
but-
see what you're doing there, Dial. And,
I'm in the conversation again.
I just wanted to show my appreciation.
Oh,
No one else
Thanks.
apparently is appreciative of that, but I am. Anyway, Lamarcia, you were telling me.
yeah.
Hey. I've worshipped her since I was very young.
Oh, right. And is it great?
I mean, I guess. Yes. I mean, it's all I've really ever known. Umberly and Vast.
I mean, I just
And then-
had one of my eyes plucked out for her face.
Well, I've never had my eye plucked out for her favor.
Pretty big leap of faith, you'd say.
I would
Ted
agree.
looks
Yes.
at you and at Lamarcia and says, what sacrifice have you made? Have you given?
I've made enough, Ted.
Yeah,
It's none
no,
of
but
your
what
concern.
did you sacrifice? I mean, an eye is a pretty. I mean, it's not a big thing because an eye is a very small item, but
No.
I would say it's none of your concern, Kurt.
you did promise to answer questions truthfully.
I
Kurt's
did.
just like, it wasn't as big as, like an eye sacrifice. Like eye sacrifice was, not saying it's a big one, but I don't know.
A scale of like 1, eyes are, just lowbrow.
On a scale of 1 to 20, an eye would be like a 1.
Jacob, you need to read my pun.
I'm not looking at it.
Please. I demand
I
it.
hate it. I hated that. I don't like it.
I
an
said I would.
eye-opening experience.
I said I would answer questions. I didn't say I would
100%.
answer all of your questions.
Wait, you'll answer my questions?
Sure, maybe. Depends on what it is.
What is the surface world like?
Are you not on the surface world right now?
You're on a boat. Is the whole surface world like this?
No.
I have heard tale from sea elves far away speak of horses. Terrifying, disgusting creatures.
I guess it depends on the person. Horses are faster than most people walking. Unless you're a giant, maybe.
Marcy,
Like
did you kill a horse? Is that what you sacrificed? Was it a horse?
No, I don't think I've ever killed a horse.
Stibbles Jr. Stibbles Jr. points at Kurt.
You've killed a horse, Kurt.
It was a goat.
Stibbles
Yeah.
Jr.
Stibbles
laughs.
Jr. know that.
He heard it when he was growing. In the
Stibbles
womb.
Jr. knows all. Stibbles Jr. knows all.
As a little sapling, he heard
Yeah.
all.
As he was growing and taking in sunlight and life, and he was seeing the world for the first time, the first thing he heard was, and they killed that goat with a hammer.
God.
Well, that's a very interesting story, Kurt. Anything else?
Would you say? I mean, have you ever had an audience with Umberly? What am I in for here? Is she cool?
No, she is terrifying.
Every story I've heard is she's terrifying.
So you've never?
No, I've never. My mother worshipped her, mostly.
I'll tell you about it when it happens.
I'd enjoy that.
Well, when I get mine, I'll let you know what it's like.
Just love the slight pretentious of just like, so you worship her? Well, I'm gonna meet her. And who knows?
I will say, Kurt, being in the presence of something that powerful is a lot to take in. Prepare yourself.
So it's about 2 p.m. Sun hanging in the sky a bit. You guys are having a interesting day. As you're going along, hear the bell ding.
Ding.
Payson kind of looks off and just says, "Island."
Oh, is it the one we're looking for?
Unless you're looking for a real small one with
Nope.
a single cottage.
That's not good.
It looks
Marcia
very
goes
nice.
and looks at this cottage.
Who else
what does it
does
look
this?
like?
Kurt goes, I can't see it.
Guys, I can't describe it.
What's out
I'll describe it to Kurt.
Due to some recent trauma, I am unable to make out as far as I normally do.
You look out, LaMercia, and you see what looks like an island that is maybe a 150-foot radius. Real small. A little bit of grass. A couple of trees. That's not how nature works. And there is a lone stone cottage. It is made of cobbled stone. It's got a thatch roof. It's got a little chimney. It's got some smoke puffing out of the top of it. And it has a circular door, like a hobbit hole.
That's very odd.
And you can see
There's
a couple
one.
people walking on the island.
There's people.
And it looks very, very serene. Juxtaposition the creepy music I'm playing, which shouldn't be playing.
That's the easiest way to trick us. We're just like,
Aha!
Anyone interested in stopping?
Yes.
Stibbles Jr.
I
mean-
guess so.
I look at it. So, how often do you see a small island like that? I mean, are we even going to be able to park on it?
Park.
Walk near it.
You Payson looks over. He says, "We could probably anchor near it."
Yes, let's do that. We do have a rowboat, Kurt. We can make our way over.
You guys get pretty close and drop the anchor, and you can see a couple of the people that you now notice are halflings. Kind of stop and look over. You see one of them, the mustache, pretty long, shaggy hair, looks over, and makes his way over, barefoot, as halflings are. And as you kind of anchor the ship, get in a rowboat and row your way over through the very blue water. Like the water is incredible, like the Caribbean. Like it's just very, very blue. You get closer and dock near the sand. You see this halfling kind of look over and he just says, "Oh, hello there. How do you do?"
Avast, landlubber.
Oh, yep, that would be us.
What is this tiny island?
Oh, this here? Oh, we haven't really given it a name, really. Just our home.
And how did you come to be here? It's a very small island.
Oh, yes, yes. It was given to us. It was a gift.
A gift from who? Whom? From who? Whom? Who?
From,
Whom?
from well, I suppose I'm not entirely certain, if it came from them or if it came from the island. Elanoon. Have you heard of it?
No. What in the world is that?
Oh, it's also known as the Purple Company. Like two
What do
other
you do?
halflings. Kind of. Kirk goes. You see two other halflings kind of walk forward, and they're just gonna go hello, and they go hi, and he says, "Oh, nothing really.
You just live here.
Yes. Would you like to come in for some supper?"
You said the Purple Company gave you this?
Yes.
Why?
Well, we had lived on Elanoon for quite a long time, and we wanted a little place of our own to kind of be away from the rest of people in the society there. And where we were given this small spot. Weren't born there like some of the people. Just kind of made our way in, helped them out, made some food, and now we have this place. Have you ever been to Elanoon?
No, but we are trying to make we have a rendezvous there, and we
I
are
see.
on our way.
Oh, it'll be quite nice. It's a very beautiful place.
I've been there, but I don't remember it.
Oh, merchant ship, are you?
Perhaps
They
we
talk
should.
to you much.
Perhaps we should come in for
Oh yes, of course.
a
Always
drink or
good
a
to meet you.
smoke.
My name is Nesden. And this is my brother Doric, and my friend Sandy, and that's my sister Sagram. Come in, please. Come in. And lead you over to the small little cottage. You open the door, let you in. And the inside
was
of this
the-
cottage, you can smell like fresh bread being baked. You have no idea where they got the wheat for this or how they got bread. It's a very small island. It's not terribly small. It's like the size of a field, maybe. But regardless, you don't see
How
any
could they
farms.
grow grain? You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Yeah.
But as you
What
look
was
over, you do see like a couple of cows and pigs on a little farm, some chickens as well.
What was the name of the Purple Company Island?
You don't know. You've only ever heard the Purple Company.
Right,
What
but
did they
he
say?
just
Oh, sorry. Yes. I will send it into the chat. Give me once. I gotta find it. It's got a weird little thing.
Oh no. Scott.
Tyler.
I had to make the joke, but I don't want to bust into your
Tyler and I
role play.
Tyler and I played Sea of Thieves for like 8 hours yesterday, and I have this little thing where I'm super good at parking the ship. But sometimes I hit sandbars often, and Tyler just messaged me and said, as we're pulling into this island, we hear grinding as we hit sandbars since we mistimed it. Shut up! Anyways, it is that. It is pronounced Elanoon.
Does that mean anything?
Sure does.
What does it mean?
In Elvish, it means purple skies.
Purple skies. Are the skies really purple?
What?
Are the skies really purple?
Oh, yes. During sunset. Beautiful. All right, come in. You guys step in. It's a very nice little cottage. As you step in, you notice that there's a hallway in front of you that goes very, very, very long. And you notice that this house is much bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. It's like you stepped in. It looks like you were about to step into like a 10 by 10 room, and it's like this. It's fucking bag end as you look inside. There's hallways spanning everywhere, kitchen in the back, everything. There's tables. The place is a little bit of a mess. They lead you over and you say, "Oh, please, bread, cheese." And they hold up a little plate, got bread and cheese on it. It's like cut with a little knife.
No, thank you.
I've never seen a halfling just like you before.
I am one of a kind. Kurt will
Oh, you
take some
sugar.
bread and cheese and make a little cheese sandwich.
No, you look familiar. I swear I've seen you before.
Well, I don't know how that would be possible.
Oh. When you get to my age, most people just start looking the same.
Ha ha! Indeed. How long have you been here?
Oh. Here, 5 years. We, lived on the island for about maybe a good 20. And, beyond that, I've lived in very many places. Me and my brother and my sister, all around. And my good friend, you know, his name?
Yeah.
That guy?
Mm-hmm.
My good friend Sandy.
Good name.
And he kind of goes over and he pulls up some chairs and he has you sit down and he says, "So you're making your way to the island then?"
We are. Yes, we are.
Oh, you're very close.
Well, that's good to hear.
So, what's your interest here in Elanoon? Farming? Merchant work? Suppose merchant work. You came on that ship.
Right. Merchant work.
Well,
Insight.
Roll insight.
Do they supply you with things?
Occasionally,
Food.
here and there, we gather small shipments from now and then, but it's normally from folks like you. I had thought that you were coming to bring a shipment, but I would have recognized some of the I would have recognized Thomas.
Can you?
Or-
Can I use my
Reveal. Your card.
inspiration?
Yeah, you sure can. What'd you roll?
13.
13? Alright, give me number 1 through 5.
3.
1, 2, 3. Is, it's a map card, and that's a +5.
18 then.
18. These halflings are, not only very truthful, but very, calm and content with kind of who they are, and it comes off as disingenuous a bit. It seems like there should be something more here, but to think about it, Kurt, you haven't known very many halflings for too long. Maybe this is just their way of life. You don't see any kind of malicious intent or any awful, like, from what you can see around you, it just looks like a couple of people living on an island and living their day-to-day. Nothing sticks out to you as anything awful or bad or with malcontent.
Well, you
Intent,
see,
malintent.
yeah, well, you see it. We're going to meet my father.
Oh, your father.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. father lives on Elanoon. What does he do?
I would say he's in a position of leadership.
Oh. Is he,
Sort of.
one of the things I'm totally forgetting the name of. Is he one of the,
Hey, take your time.
It's okay.
I'm just trying to remember the name.
Did you
Control
want to write
F.
it down?
Yeah, I
Control
just,
F.
I'm trying to remember, he probably wouldn't even know the name. He's like, one of the protectors of the island, one of the mages.
Yes. Yes.
Secretive folk, those ones. Always walking around in hoods, never showing their faces, teleporting here and there.
You know, magic users. Crazy stuff.
Well, what about the three of you? Is this your father? Do your fathers work at
No.
Elanoon? Live there?
Not mine.
Not
No,
yours? No?
my father's very far from here.
Oh, where?
Aidlin's like eyeing the bread and cheese, just like.
If you eye it, the halfling is just so empathetic that he grabs it and he goes, please, eat.
Takes.
Takes it, he puts it down. He then grabs some and eats it.
Mm.
Where about your father? Where did he come from?
He's still speaking to me.
Yeah, what does your father do?
Well, he's the king of Leonia.
Have you
I
told
explained-
us that? Did Philip tell us that?
Lamarcia
Probably
did
not.
last game.
Yeah.
This was literally a day ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You
So
did have a
you're one of those princesses, like in the stories.
Sure. Yes.
Am I supposed to bow?
I
Yes.
thought you didn't.
He looks
She-
confused.
If you want to. If you really want to. I
He
don't.
stands up. He's real small, and he goes over and he goes,
Thank you.
It's a
One of the
great
best
bow.
I've seen.
It's a good bow. It's a quality bow.
Quality.
he looks
wow.
over at his brother Doric, and he says, "One of the best he's seen." And Doric goes, "Oh no, I could do one better."
Oh,
And he looks
God.
over and he bows.
Oof, that's a double. That was a. Ooh,
Yes.
That was.
And
quite
and
good.
and Nesden goes,
Yes.
"Well, Doric, you should go continue cooking the stew." And he goes, "Oh yes, I should take." And he walks off and he starts cooking stew.
Hmm.
Well, feel free to stay as long as you like.
Do you have any
Vibing with bread.
Do I know any what?
Do you know anything about the island that we could know?
I know many things about that. I lived there for 20 years.
I've been there several times, but I don't remember anything.
I can answer most questions, though I tend not to pry too much.
Hmm.
Keep your nose out of trouble. No trouble will come to you.
Right.
And you said we're close. How close are we?
Oh, not but a day's travel by sea. Maybe as the crow flies.
And they just gave you an island.
Yes.
Phelan with the mouthful of bread. It doesn't turn into something to like kill people.
No, it's a
It's just
beautiful place. Arrowville can create anything, really.
Huh.
Islands
And-
spring out of the ground underneath him.
Do you know him well?
No, nobody knows him well. Always hiding in his tower. Far away from everybody, performing his experiments, as people put them. I try not to gossip, but I have heard some tales.
Is he one of these wizards, the mages?
No. No.
But he knows magic.
He does sort of. They all sort of. I think they see him as leader. They take orders from him.
I'd be interested in hearing some of these tales.
Well, I don't have very many bad things to say about Elenoon.
Sure.
A couple of 100 people that live there, in the fields and the lakes and the ponds. A society of farming and making use of our crop. Although I'd always heard tales that some people seem to just disappear. They always come right back, though. Very strange, don't know where they go off to. There's, much like this island, there's not much to disappear off into. Plus, those mages walking around all the time, it's hard to get lost. But, nevertheless, sometimes, people wouldn't show up for work some days. Very close society.
Right.
Not very connected to the others.
Why did you leave?
Oh, like I said, me and my brothers and my sister, we wanted something more. We wanted, well, not something more, just something quieter, away from everybody else.
I understand.
So, tell me more about yourselves.
What would you like to know?
I still don't know, these two, why they're going. Those three. He points at Lamarcia, Phelan, Lelia.
By the way, with that, check your...
Okay. So, I mean, you can be here if you want to, Lelia, or not.
I was planning not to.
Okay, so never mind.
I haven't said anything, so...
Payson is actually here instead. Who's just like, this place is very interesting.
You look over, you think you see Lelia, but then when you look back, it's actually Payson.
It's actually Payson,
like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
They had to do some reshoots, and they forgot to edit out Lelia in the background. So,
Phelan looks at the bread, looks up.
For a second, your hair was completely white. I thought you were Lelia.
I don't know what you're talking about, Lamarcia. His eyes, he begins to bleed out of his nose, and he's just like, no. Payson just says, nothing more. We're travelers. We're doing some work for some money. We have a package to deliver, though I don't know all the details. It's more captain's job.
Yeah, package.
I'm just nodding along.
And these two are with me. Nothing more.
So what kind of package are you delivering?
What's your interest?
It gets real boring out here sometimes. I'd like to hear stories from travelers.
You know how
have you ever fought anything out in the ocean before? Like a great big monster?
Yes.
Oh,
Out
yes.
on the ocean.
Really? I'd like to hear about that.
Kurt pulls out their guitar.
Oh God.
Oh,
and
boy.
then Jordan actually
Has his guitar.
Dial is here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Actually, no. It would probably be Kurt would pull out their concertina.
Concertina.
And starts narrating a sort of a freewheeling version of the battle with the Tritons and the.
All of the the halflings stopped what they're doing to listen in on this. They are enamored by this story. This is like this gives them so much life. You've never had a better. Yeah, you've had better audiences, but they're so intrigued. They're so interested. At the end, they clap. They're so excited. Some of them have written down some of the lyrics. And Nesden looks up and he just says, "It's so incredible. You, all of you. How do you breathe underwater?"
Well, we had these.
A dwarf gave you to us.
Yes. Yes.
Cool mouth breather things. They're quite interesting. You just
Truly amazing. Truly amazing. Well, I have not heard that good of a story in a long time. A long time.
imagine being stuck on an island for 4 years.
Ah, yes. Yes. Yes.
Would you like to hear the tale of the bargain with the
Yes.
sea bitch?
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
This one's relatively new.
Kurt, inner monologue. I'm making this up as I go.
Mhm.
This literally happened like
Roll performance.
5 minutes ago.
Let's see. 17.
17. Even though you're kind of making it up on the spot, this is you're like trying to find rhymes with spy, guy, lie, and sea and ocean, and you put together this tale. Phelan and Lamarcia, you guys are pretty impressed with Kurt's ability to recount this tale very quick from just happening.
Still a little disgusted.
Yeah, the halflings aren't as excited at the end of this one. They're just, and you're just like, and I threw it in the eye in the sea, and they're like, oh, that's it. Why'd you cut out your eye?
Yeah, I asked that same question.
That's not good. One of them says, that's some sort of ritual. I don't play in such matters.
Well, the ways of the sea are mysterious. Perhaps I cut my eye out and tossed it in the sea because I was in a foul mood. Perhaps I cut out my eye and tossed it into the sea so that I could gain a meeting with a goddess. Perhaps I casted a spell and realized that cutting out my eye would also cut out the eye of one of my most hated enemies, and I cast it into the sea as a curse. But at the end of the day, who knows why these things happen?
Hear a voice echo out from the walls and reverberates, almost like a voice emanates from nowhere, magically appearing.
I don't like this.
It says, you continue to disfigure yourself. You hope to take your revenge out on me.
Anyone else hearing that? Am I the only one?
The
Did you hear?
halflings are dormant, as if they were robots and they went into sleep mode. Just kind of lie there with their heads downwards. And they stare at nothing blankly, not a thought between their ears.
Do we hear the voice, Jacob?
Yep.
Cool.
Try to empty my thoughts.
As Tyler mutes himself.
Yeah, I hear it. I told you they were weird pacing.
Payson's just looking around like, this is very strange. How many more of your limbs are you going to cut off before I have to regrow another one of you?
I'm not sure. I could. There's a day's sail between here and there. If I meet any other elder gods that I can persuade to lend a divine hand to strike you down, maybe I'll cut off a foot or a leg, maybe an arm. I don't use the left one, but I know I do need to hold a guitar with that one. So, or perhaps I'll cut my nose off to spite my face. Is that what you're gonna say next?
I wish winds in your sails. I hope to meet you soon. Know that this exchange might not go as you may see it to be.
Is that a pun? Father, are you telling jokes now? At I expense.
Though
What do you do
truly,
to these?
I did hope to learn more about your friends.
Well, they're here. They're very
Oh, no.
dangerous people.
Oh, did you just wave? I can't see you.
Hi, Erval. Nice to
Ah,
speak to you.
Marcia. We have such a history that you cannot recall.
I'd love those memories back whenever you'd want to hand them over.
Sorry. Non-refundable. And what about you? I haven't been able to learn much from this broken blood hunter.
I'll have you know that Phelan was once turned to stone.
No.
That's
And
supposed to be-
survived. Is
Hmm.
now the Phelan you see. Well, you don't see anything.
There isn't much to know about me in comparison. Especially if we're supposed to be stopping you.
I could use your help here. An Elanun. Could use a hunter. There are people here. Good people. I suppose you don't want to kill all of them, do you?
Just because they're good people doesn't mean that their ruler isn't evil.
I've saved most of them.
Saved them from what?
Oh, look at you. You're deformed, awful, disgusting. That world has churned you up, spat you back out. It's disgusting.
Kurt is perfectly fine as they are.
Thank you.
I think they prefer themselves to this form in comparison. They're furthest away from you now.
Elois was designed.
Doesn't matter.
And I can
that
always
Kurt-
make another. I bid you wind in your sails. I hope to see you soon. And don't hurt these halflings. They don't know any better. You watch as the halflings kind of slowly perk up. They go, "Ah." So was there a reason why you chose your left eye and not your right eye? Is there a reason as to why you chose that eye in spite of the other one?
Well,
You dimwit. The Kraken priest put out his eye. Oh, I forgot that part of the story.
right. It's it's well known on the sea that the left hand, the left eye, the left anything is more magically potent.
Because it's not the right one.
Hmm?
Hmm?
All of the halflings look at you and go,
It's not the right one, Kurt.
it's not the right one. It's the left. Oh, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
You can't get mad at me, Jacob.
It's the halflings, it's not me. And the other one goes, ocular, ocular, just stop, just, say group, just stop.
Well, then,
Okay.
we thank you for your hospitality. It truly has been wonderful.
Oh,
But
of course.
we must be getting on.
Well, or this
don't
he's
wanna
out there.
Overstay our
careful.
welcome.
You never overstay your welcome here. That is, unless you brought about maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 more of you, and you raided all of our food and took everything and left. That would be overstaying your welcome. Let me tell you.
All right.
That was the Hobbit. That was the reference to the Hobbit.
Yes, I got it.
Well, thank you for stopping by. Hope to see you again. You were very lovely and tell great stories.
Perhaps I'll come by again and tell you more.
Yes, yes. And
Oh,
you
well.
guys kind of head out the front door, go over to your boat, paddle your way back over to the Pale Knight, get yourself on board, and are back on the ship.
Jacob, I feel compelled to tell you.
Yeah?
That name is pronounced Eloise.
Well, I didn't ever hear you say it. I only saw you type it.
I know. And I probably should have sent him a pronunciation guide.
So basically, that's your
Even
fault.
those don't work though. It's okay.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
okay.
true.
That's what he said. He said that instead. I can go back and change it.
Look,
like that.
maybe all of my fans have a fucking document and they need
They
to
do.
put it on a
They
document.
really
Document.
Very
do.
true. Eloise.
And it's very important.
Struggled with
Or something.
Payson's last name, Hyacinth. It's just hard things to say sometimes. Anyway, are we continuing? Pale Knight to the Purple Company. Continuing our way to.
Aye.
Cardos walks over to you, Lamarcia, and to the party and just says, "So, what happened?"
We met nice halflings, and then Kurt's father's voice showed up, and he's a bastard.
He's an old fuck.
I figured as much.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Those
halflings aren't trapped or anything, are they?
They don't. Well, they were
They
sort
seem
of.
happy.
They were. They are. Controlled.
Happy in their ignorance.
But it doesn't appear as though they are being.
Even if they are in their ignorance, no one belongs in a cage.
Well, which is why we're gonna go kill the jailer.
Don't think they even realize they're in the cage. It doesn't seem like it to
Then
them.
we should use that to our opportunity. Killing the jailer makes sense.
Glad I finally talked you over to my side, Cardos.
I've
this
always been on your side. It's a matter of you not being on mine.
See, you know, we're just gonna let that
Call them
let
out.
that slide. We're gonna let that slide, Cardos. Just gonna.
Why wouldn't you be on his side?
They butt heads a lot.
Cardos is what we call sometimes a stick in the mud.
That's too bad.
And there are times where inexplicably, he just is.
I'd rather stick in the mud than drift lazily down the stream.
Talks like that all the time.
Interesting.
Kurt, though,
Well-
are you okay?
What's that?
Some of the things like your father said. Are you okay?
Yeah, well,
You don't have to be. You don't have to hide. If you're not okay, you don't have to not act like you're okay. It's understandable if you aren't.
I'm very close. Very close to him now. And have you felt like you just needed to do something? I feel like I need to wipe him from this world.
Try to help you how I can. I don't like the idea of killing, but it sounds like this is the only option, and I don't think it'd be good to spare him. I don't think he's someone that could be spared.
We should all be careful, because he's going to try and convince you that he's doing the right thing. I don't know exactly what he's doing, but it cannot be good.
I've already told this to Lamarcia in the way of she's the one who really got me to say it, but I was a slave in Konzova. Most of my life before leaving was spent being told that what they were doing was a good thing. I think it'll be a little easier this time to figure it's not. I hope that doesn't change how you see me, because that was a long time ago.
Phelan, you are my friend. Perhaps one of the only friends I have. Your past does not trouble me.
Thank you.
That moment, you guys kind of go back to what you're doing, setting sail forward again, into the distance. There's nothing else seems to slow your journey forward. Move into about a northwestern kind of direction into the ocean. And eventually the sun sets. You guys head down and asleep, but the ship continues moving. And you are alone with your thoughts throughout this past day. As Phelan lies down,
No.
No. What are Phelan's current thoughts?
Having to come to terms that they're gonna have to kill someone, or most likely going to have to.
What's Kurt thinking?
Head empty, no thoughts.
No, Kurt is waiting. I think for the first time in their life, they made a leap of faith
and they really need it.
Lamarcia, you lie in the captain's cabin. What is she thinking about?
Thinking about. She's thinking about Grotz. And she's trying to get him to talk to her.
Okay.
If that goes
You
anywhere.
gather only fleeting emotions at in and out. Nothing solid. No words. No centered ideas. It almost feels like his attention is shifted.
To where? Like what?
What'd you say?
To what?
Oh,
To
to
what?
what?
Yeah.
Roll insight.
Oh, shoot. Dirty 20.
Philip. And Lelia. What are Lelia's thoughts?
A lot and not a lot at the same time. She's worried about a lot of things. About this thing, the Talon, what it's trying to do, about what it means for her and everyone around her, for Core, and how the rest of the party handle that emotionally and literally.
It pulsates in your hand, and you feel it as almost as if it's connected to your bloodstream. It's a very strange feeling coming from an item that you hold in your hand. And you hear that soft voice kind of echo from inside of it again. There's something pulling me, Lelia. It calls me. I'm afraid. What do I do?
You have two choices. And that's up to you to decide. It's your fate. You can either fight against it and keep fighting, or you can meet it.
I think I'll do what I've always done. And meet it.
Alright,
You watch.
I'll only wish you luck.
As the talon begins to drip, and then pour in the middle of the deck. And you almost have to like push it away from you. It starts moving on its own. And it kind of pushes off into the center of the room, in which it's not pouring liquid, it's forming something. It sits maybe about 4 feet high, kind of moving and shifting and turning. And you see fingers, feet, pure darkness, a silhouette form forward. Balin, it's enough to gather your attention. You look forward and you see this happening.
Oh,
Kurt, it's even enough to gather your attention. You see what's going on. Kardos as
feel
well.
the magic, yeah.
And you can see like this darkness begin to like emanate towards the Talon. It's creating a body around it. You see hands form into shoulders that form into a torso that forms into legs, and eventually a head that snaps backwards and down. it's still a silhouette, this inky and a reflective surface, almost like it's made from ink, but it's not. It doesn't smell like ink. It doesn't behave like ink. It's sentient in a way, but it's the shape of core. And it staggers itself and stands there as if it's learning how to walk for the first time. And it looks around, and you see her eyes open. They're pure white. You see her mouth open, and it's pure white. And you just hear a voice emanate outwards and just says, "Where am I?"
On a ship.
What ship?
Pale Knight.
Core, is that really you?
I don't know. I don't know.
Lelia, what's going on?
I don't know.
I feel something. It's pulling me. It wants me to go.
Where?
I need to find it.
What?
A labyrinth. A labyrinth of memories.
Fortress of Memories?
Yes. You watch as she turns and sprints down the deck, down over towards the stairway.
I'm gonna try and follow after.
You follow after Phelan.
Phelan.
Kurt, you do the same.
Moving my way.
Grabbing his swords
Yeah.
and running
Okay.
after.
You run over. Lamarcia, you can hear a bit of a commotion going on outside. You hear like movement and stuff. That's not normal. Are you kind of like sit up? Do you go investigate, or you just stay in bed?
I'll go.
Okay. You go over and you catch the kind of end of this segment. You watch as she kind of turns. She scatters, looks around. She says, I can't see it. I can't. And she's just like looking around the deck of the ship as if she's looking for something. And she kind of scatters on the ground and says, where is it? It's a part of me. I have to find it. It's
What are you
around
trying to
here
find?
somewhere. I don't know. It's me. And Lamarcia, you watch this last moment where she turns and runs and jumps off the ship.
What was that?
Was that actually Core?
Think completely.
Well, Marcia's gonna go over and look back to see where it went in.
I mean, you see darkness, the ocean. Even your dark vision can't really pierce this darkness. It tries to look through it, but I mean, the ocean is cloudy. You see nothing. You look around though, you see like where her footsteps were. It left behind this trail of like dark splatters on the deck of the ship.
I have a thought.
Fortress of Memories. Why was she looking for it?
That's the Raven Queen's domain. I'm assuming maybe part of her is there. That's what she was saying. When you die, you go there. At least temporarily, I believe.
And Lelia, immediately you feel Talon unattuned from you. It's just, it's connection that you once had just severs, and you no longer feel it.
I know that's... I only know of one way to get there.
By dying?
At least that's what I was told. I've never been able to go there myself.
She's stuck in it. In the talon. Does it do that?
Maybe a part of her. It certainly was an evil thing that doesn't seem
Well,
that deals with undeath. If part of
what-
her soul is stuck in the fortress and part of her soul is stuck in the Talon, it's not surprising that it's trying to find itself.
doesn't seem stuck anymore.
Well, I think it's still stuck. Just
She'll find her way to the rest of herself.
It's not
Hopefully.
that easy. It's not that easy, though. You have to die to get there. It's
But
not
you-
here.
You never went there.
No.
You died, though.
Yes.
That's what you told us.
I was stuck.
Why didn't you go there?
That's something I don't know. Not 100%. I have my thoughts, but
And how do we know that's the only way you can go?
because that's the only way I was told how to. Maybe there's another way.
Are you
I think
sure?
we were told that by Jacob.
Yep.
By what's his face in Tethroth's flying castle.
Yep.
That it was that the Raven Queen part of her domain was in the Shadowfell, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure that was correct.
Lelia, you would know. Just thinking about it, thinking back to Lucian, what he told you, and thinking about Tethros as well. You do have to die to get the Fortress of Memories. You also know you could get to it by going to the Shadowfell.
That's what I was about to say. The only other way is to find the Shadowfell and make your way through there. Could be trying to do that.
It's not an easy way either.
No, either way it's not easy.
Suddenly, the ship reels forward, and everybody almost falls off their balance as they are thrown to the side. The ship goes backwards. The crew begins to run and panic and figure out what the hell just happened. If you guys just ran aground, but you're in the middle of the ocean, you don't see anything until the sea begins to toil and turn, and waves crash up against it, and you see tendrils of water spill up the side of it and grab onto the sides of the boat, not destroying it, but simply grasping it. And at the front of the ship, you see this enormous being coalesce forward, made of seawater, and you hear this deep voice echo outwards. Who summons the sea bitch? And that's where we're going to end tonight's game.
Fun.
Yay!
It's like
Thanks,
the-
everybody. Well, sorry,
the
go.
moment in Pirates of the Caribbean where Jack Sparrow just sort of walks into the mouth of a
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Kurt's just like, going. Yeah. Thanks, everybody, for joining for tonight's game. We'll be back in... Are we going to be back in 2 weeks? Yeah, we'll be back in 2
Yes.
weeks for another game. And then it will be the last game in online. And then we will play in
In
person
online.
for real. Hopefully we'll have
to change,
Colton
maybe.
next time. If we don't have Colton next time, we're probably just going to play a one-shot because Colton really needs to be here for the next bit of the game. Anyways.
This is actually Colton's way of saying, give me core back or not, or I riot.
I will. What is it? He's gonna go on strike until he can play core again. Yeah.
At level 6, of
Yeah,
course.
exactly. All right, y'all. We'll see you guys next time. We won't have Tomb tomorrow.
No tomb tomorrow.
We might have a stream. We might play Sea of Thieves. We'll see. Anyways, see you guys next time. Thanks for joining, and that's the end of the game. Bye. Oh wait, that's not the right end screen. Where's the? Hang on. Give me. All right.
A good thing we're going back to in person.
Yeah. we'll see.
Jacob can't do this.
Oh God. How do I?
Jacob can't multitask.
What if I just